So, Bill and Verla, what do you call a
Yes.
number that wanders around?
I call that a Greek key.
This makes no sense. It's a Roman numeral.
Oh.
Roaming around. Roaming around.
Roman numeral. Now, the reason why I started with Roman numeral is because I was thinking about the letter C. This is not Sesame Street, but I was thinking about the letter C because you know what C stands for?
100.
100!
Cookie. C stands for cookie. And cookie.
Cookies.
And cookie.
But
We have reached the threshold.
we have reached 100,
Uh-huh.
100C.
And we look good for a 100, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know
Yes.
why? Do you know why it's a Roman numeral C?
I don't know.
Why that's for 100?
Century?
That's close. What's the root of century?
Symptom.
Centum.
Symptom.
Meaning-
Okay.
Yes. Centum meaning 100 in Latin.
See, I feel like
All
I'm
right, now I don't have to give any more
I
word
feel like I'm in
origins
class,
today.
and Sean will tell me, you know the answer to that question. You have the answer already.
Yeah. Yeah.
It lies within you.
Well, the answer is always in your questions.
That's right. So I don't ask any questions anymore.
All right, now
So
when
it's
you-
okay to answer your question with a question?
well, yeah.
I've
but,
learned not to.
But when you answer my question with a question, you probably have the answer in your question.
And she will let you know in that.
It's starting to seem very zen right
Zen.
now.
Yeah, very zen. Very zen.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
And those of y'all are regular listeners, audio listeners. This is just a regular podcast, but it's not.
But it's not.
No.
No, it's disguised.
I want to shout out to Nora.
Who's that? I'm hearing voices.
There's a third voice in the
We
room.
have a third party.
And if you're watching us, because this is our regular podcast, but we're also being filmed by the lovely Marea Breedlove. Hi, Maria, over there. She's like, I'm not turning the camera around on myself.
Please don't put me on.
So this is also available on YouTube, and you can watch us on there because we just decided to do something different for our 100th,
Yeah.
and to have special guests,
Special guest.
such
Yeah.
as our best fan
Numero uno
and
fan.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful citizen of
Mhm.
Locust Grove,
Mhm.
Berta
Thank
Fletcher.
you very much.
Yeah. You should
Y'all are
run.
my favorites.
You should run for mayor. As a matter of fact.
Oh, no.
What have I started? I have a petition.
Actually, as
And Nora is your sister, who's
Nora's
also
my
one
sister,
of our big
yes.
fans. Yeah.
Actually, as an employee of a local business,
Mhm.
they frown on us having community jobs that,
I see.
like you can't be on the school board, stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, it makes for a good excuse. I'm sorry. I can't.
There's a silver lining, you know. She doesn't mind. And I'm gonna do my thing.
Oh yeah, she's checking in. Berta
Yeah.
has checked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the Empty Arms Hotel.
Yeah.
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 Empty arms.
We've already popped up from behind.
I'm
the
already
tables.
excited that I get to watch all the hand motions that I don't see
That's me. That's
listening
me.
to the podcast.
I'll motion. I'll find something to motion about. Give me a little bit.
Well,
I'll
those
gesture.
of y'all tuning in, you've probably tuned in before. You know, one of our tens and tens of listeners,
Mhm.
and so you know how this goes. We're at the Rural Oklahoma Museum of Poetry in
World famous.
Locust Grove, Oklahoma,
Mhm.
America, and we usually talk about a poem here from the museum, but not always.
Not always.
So sometimes we've had a couple of episodes where we talked about something very important to our community.
The police blotter. and that is kind of like one-line poetry.
I'm waving the police
She's
blotter.
gesturing.
So
She's gesturing. Okay.
Probably one of my
This is
top
the newspaper.
3 podcasts is the police
the
blotter.
police blotter.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I'll have
'Cause
to share my blots.
unfortunately, but fortunately for us, it is incredibly entertaining. But unfortunately for the people who are the reporting parties in the police blotter.
They'll never know where we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
They were,
yeah. I just
you know.
thought that would be, a great theme for our 100th celebration.
Because it
Celebration.
reflects our community.
Yes.
Maybe not in the most positive light, but it does reflect our community.
Yes, and we like making poetry out of the police blotter items too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, maybe Berta will make a poem for us too.
Right.
As we're reading the police blotter. What do you think, Berta?
Okay. Start working on that now.
Now we have not commandeered people to come in today and be on this podcast. So I would like to ask you before we get started, why did you come?
I came because your podcast is one of the highlights of my week. I know I gotta clear my throat. I know I'm going to hear something hilarious, informative, oftentimes, I don't want to say political, but timely to the times, socially conscious. And
More socially
it
conscious.
amazes me that it's right here in Little Locust Grove with two great people.
Well, thank you, and we are nothing if not persistent. You know, because it's like, you know, we're at 100. It's like, you know, no one has told us to stop.
That's exactly.
You know, I've cashed all the checks I've made doing this.
I think that's great that the
so-
milestone is nobody stopped us.
No one's, you
No,
know,
it
no,
could be your
no,
new slogan.
Well, that Sean told me that no one. Why
That's
did you do
exactly
this?
why-
Why did you do this? Because no one told you no. No one
That's-
told you you couldn't do it.
I just said that. I did a workshop at a conference. Yes, just yesterday.
Mhm.
No, it was Thursday.
Thursday.
And I said I started the museum because nobody stopped me. And it's a podcast the same way. We started, you know, because nobody stopped us.
Mhm.
And
It makes you think, what could I do if I just use that as my guideline? Nobody's stopping me.
Yeah, yeah. No one's
Nobody
told.
said no.
No one has told you no. You know. You
which would
created
make
it.
any difference anyway.
Mhm. Oh, no.
No.
Don't tell me no. Yeah.
We aren't compliant.
But we found out during our.
Compliant.
Yeah, are we compliant?
No, I don't
people?
think
What is that
So-
word? That's a C word.
That's a C word.
But we found out in the podcast seminar in Dallas that most podcasts have a lifespan of how long again?
Well, they say if you make at least 7 episodes, then you're going to
And
continue.
I'm thinking 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Heck,
Yeah, we had already
You
done
could do
the
that
whole
in one
year.
day.
it's about just about. We've almost done that
7
one
in
day.
one day.
Yeah, yeah. We're still making them
Because
Right.
nobody stopped you.
Nobody
Right.
has stopped
Yeah.
us.
People have asked us why are you doing this, but they didn't stop us.
And
No, I'm kidding.
we're too crazy to just stop on
Yeah.
our own. And
Yeah.
I hope you don't lose your hat, Bill. It's kind of going to the side there.
I'm getting excited. My head's getting all wonky. I've got a little anniversary hat. Gold hat.
Yeah, we have little gold party hats, but they look more like horns.
Mine was fine. till
Maybe
I
they are
touched it.
supposed to be horns. I don't know. I just thought they're getting pretty cheap with the paper party hats nowadays.
Used to
They're-
be bigger, didn't they?
They used
It'd
to be
almost
bigger.
cover the top of your head.
Yeah, I know. Maybe this is just supposed to be a unicorn. Maybe we're supposed to have them on our
You need a
foreheads
Unicorn.
instead of the top of our.
Well,
But I'm not changing mine
because
now.
I'd have that round circle on my forehead the rest of the day. It's hard to explain. You know?
Oh, dear.
Dennis did that one time with one of those basketball suction things. He put it on his forehead for Aaron to throw basketballs in, little Nerf basketballs. And then for like 2 or 3 days, he had these great big round circles that you had to explain at work.
It's
But
like,
I'm getting off the point.
yeah. Well, you know,
That's good.
what they could have said, Verla, you know, they could have said something about, you know, what is that? And they said, well, you know, Verla's just a really good kisser.
She just has bad aim.
And if you get snake bit, you're in luck if she's around, let me tell you.
So, this is a poetry podcast.
Sorry, yeah. See what I mean? See how I digress?
Roses are red.
So, yeah. We do have red
Well,
roses,
no.
don't we?
We didn't bring it. Oh, well, she's got a drink there. I was going to say, we didn't bring any extra glasses. We'll have to.
I'll drink out of the bottle.
You're absolutely welcome to. I'm going to try to be quiet.
Oh, let's do a little commercial. Hold that up. So, Marta, hold that up to the camera. So, she did bring her drink from Wonder City Coffee. And what are you having? You're having an iced latte. It
I'm
looks
having
like.
an iced Verla latte.
Iced Verda latte.
That's 3 pumps of sugar-free caramel, 2
Uh-huh.
pumps of sweetener, and then, you know, the rest.
It hasn't changed at all.
And it's the best coffee shop in town, maybe the county, maybe the state.
So they have that on file.
Yes.
They have
Yeah,
your
and if you order a
ingredients.
Verla and they're new and they don't know where to find the button, just say it's under community cups. And they'll find it.
Yeah, and you're very patient about that, you know.
Oh, definitely. You don't
Excellent.
get to be the favorite customer by not
Well,
being patient.
right. Absolutely. And you tip well, I'm sure.
I do.
You know.
Okay, so we are talking about items from the police blotter from the Mays County paper. There's one print paper left in the county. It's called The Paper. That's why they can call themselves The Paper. And it runs the police blotter. And we just love these entries. There's sometimes it's just very
Because
poetic
they have to be
and
transcribed exactly as they're reported,
Right.
which makes them all
There's
the
no
better.
editorializing on the part of the person who's
Yeah.
writing this down, which makes for very few words and sometimes very image laden,
I was gonna say very vivid imagery.
very vivid,
Yeah.
because you're just giving the basic details, and then that's what we.
It's like a court reporter with the people on crack around you. But
I can't forget the one that was the person who was yelling expletives continuously.
for over
You know,
an hour.
I've thought of that phrase many
That's-
times.
that's exhausting.
It is.
For those of us that have tried to do that.
There's some phrases in that we'll be reading today you won't be able to forget about either. Carla.
I was wanting to read the first
When you
one
want to start? Okay.
because I'd like to read it.
Okay. Now, and I put the date because sometimes the date doesn't matter, but these starting ones do,
Okay.
because it was when Rocklahoma was going on here in the county.
Should I read the date before I read them?
On those, just because
Okay.
that was the Rocklahoma weekend.
On Friday, September 1st,
Mhm.
at 1:52, male freaking out, crawling on ground, white, bald, beard, shirtless. I wanted to apologize because obviously this was me, and I did lose my phone. This happens when I lose my phone. I freak out. It's like, where the heck is it?
And you went to
And I just
Rocklahoma
turned-
incognito, and that's why you had a false beard on?
Yeah. And I turn into an infant, and I just like, where the heck is my phone? And I freak out.
Or you were
So-
groveling on the ground in the dirt on your
Drooling,
chin,
groveling, crying.
and the reporting party thought it was a beard.
Right, and they thought, is he going to seize on us? Let's report it immediately.
And if
So.
you're like me, you can't find anything without the flashlight on your phone.
Well, and I
So
thought,
it's the phone you're looking for.
well, and then I'll tell someone, call my phone. It's like, wait a minute, I've lost my phone. You can't call my phone. So I wanted to apologize for that. That was obviously me on
All
that
right.
first one.
Well, we'll allow you one freak out a year during Rocklahoma.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I
And
feel one coming on.
Rocklahoma, if anybody's listening to this from far away, it's a weekend. Is that Labor Day? It was Labor Day weekend, wasn't it?
Just
something like
recently,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It used to be Memorial Weekend, and
Right.
they switched it.
Yeah, bunch of metal bands. What? Pantera, Rob Zombie.
big hair, big music.
Godsmack.
Lots of apparently
Yeah.
bald men.
And lots of bald men
because-
running around.
Some of them are formerly big hair bands. The one
Definitely.
that showed up at Wonder City to have coffee, Warrant.
Yeah.
Oh, Warwick
Now
was at Wonder
they-
City.
They just look like your average. I shouldn't say
Domino
average.
playing.
Middle-aged
Senior
guys.
citizens?
Yeah, maybe I'm middle-aged as being kind. They
So
don't have long hair at all. They don't. They,
So the entire Warrant band showed up.
Warrant band was there.
Did they have
Yeah.
shirts on?
They did have shirts on, but I don't remember. But there were several people who posted their pictures on Facebook because they got to have their picture with them.
Oh.
There were some young girls who had to be told who it was they were having
Okay.
a picture with. But
It's always a bummer,
So that was at 1:52,
Mhm.
Bill, and
Okay.
then at 10 o'clock, Rocklahoma. At 13:22,
Rocklahoma.
Rocklahoma. At 13:35,
Rocklahoma.
Rocklahoma. And that's all it says.
I have a question.
There's no details.
Someone was alarmed that that was going on, obviously.
I
They're calling and all they're saying is Rocklahoma.
Three
That's all
times-
they could utter.
3 times in a row.
You want to say, I'll have what they're having.
Then at
But-
3:15, several people fighting, walking south, bald male.
That bald mill again. I was upset because I still couldn't find my phone.
At 8:56, Rocklahoma. 11:25, Rocklahoma. Therefore, we must sing a song.
Okay.
Here you go, Burley. There's your lyric sheet.
Just forgive my drum set over here.
already.
Okay.
Here we go.
Da da da.
Rocklahoma, where the beer goes sweeping down your hatch, and the waving hands of all the fans make you wish they'd go and take a bath. Rocklahoma, every night, bald men and I stand around and drink till we cannot think, making hazy plans upon the fly. We know we have lost all our hair, and the hair we once had was fair. But when we say, oh,
Yeah, we're only saying
you're going bald, Rocklahoma, 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 bald man.
me. Thank you.
Lovely.
Mm.
She didn't mention shirtless.
Man,
No.
I think
No.
we sounded good. And I think you need to be louder because you actually had a singing voice.
Which was drowned up by me. I apologize.
I didn't want to be overbearing. You know, I'm timid like that. You know, when you were saying Rocklahoma, it made me think of Blair telling me stories about working the emergency room on Rocklahoma weekend or
Oh my
Born and
gosh.
Raised, you know, because everything that comes in is from that.
Yeah.
Lots of bald men.
Probably lots of
Lots of bald,
men,
lots of bald bleeding men.
bleeding, drunk,
Yeah.
high, you know. Not
Yeah.
that Blair tells me anything about their medical history.
It's a HIPAA violation, but
It's
you
a
know,
HIPAA
it's, you
violation.
infer.
But
Yeah.
No names.
when
No
you
names.
said it a while ago, Varla, too, that reminded me because you said Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma. Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma. It's Amadeus.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we need to pass the mic.
I'm not a
So
singer.
no one's getting it.
I'm not a singer.
We're not getting it. No one's getting it. We gotta
I'm
move
not
on.
a singer.
I'm acting like I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
this whole first page is Rocklahoma, except, oh, no. 1516, male shot this morning at his farm with bird shot. It fell all over him.
Was it the bird shot or bird something else?
It's an unclear pronoun, it.
It.
It fell all over him.
Oh,
See, it's
Mhm.
yeah.
I made a haiku out of it.
Mhm.
Bird shot falling down, another day at the farm. Luckily, low caliber.
I thought you were going to say calorie.
Deep Thoughts by Sean Perkins.
Yeah, here's, oh, and the one after that's a deep thought too. 2226, combative male behind main stage.
Well,
That's all it
I
says.
couldn't find my phone, like I'm telling you, and that's, I was lost.
Well, it sounded like a personal problem.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a band name, Combative Male.
It does sound like a band name.
Well, here,
Yeah.
Redundant.
and the last one on that page is Bill again. White, 1231, white van left male out on the roadway and he's throwing punches at cars.
I was mad. You know, don't leave me stranded.
And you
Right.
thought you were dancing. That's the scary thing.
I forgot there was another bald male on the next page
Well,
too.
there's another bald male right here. Bald male, 13
Bald
20
male is going to have to be in the
Bald
title.
male, no hat, yellow socks, walking along the road, flipping off cars. Possible title 63. What is that?
Remember we looked that up once before, and
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know.
Title
Some kind of.
63.
Oh no,
Health and-
5150 is
safety.
crazy.
It's some sort of health and safety issue. I
Oh.
don't know. We looked it up
Probably
once
clothing
before.
was not.
But let's be honest, you aren't really bald.
Baldish. Baldish. Yeah. Oh, I used to have warrant hair when I was little. It was feathered and fair, and you know, it's better
Like
to have had
Farrah
it.
Fawcett feathered.
Farrah Fawcett,
All right.
triple F.
I have,
Farrah Fawcett.
I have a bald male limerick.
Oh my gosh.
There once was a pack of bald males who were going off every rail. They kept getting caught and were being solved for apparently being bald males.
You know what I think should happen? That needs to be written. There once was a pack of bald males who smoked a big pack of Pall
Paul, I
Malls.
thought of the same thing. I did.
Bald males and Pall Malls.
But I'm
Okay.
trying to think. Everything that comes in your head doesn't have to be spoken.
That's I'm
Is that
not.
wrong?
We
No,
throw-
I just haven't learned that yet.
No, we throw that out whenever we put the headphones on and start speaking into the microphone.
Otherwise, you'd have silence sometimes.
There's never silence
We've
on
never
this podcast.
we've never learned to quite be quiet. You know.
Well, if people are listening, it's probably better if there's a spoken word.
Right. Right.
Now, if we had actual advertisers, you know, maybe we need to hit coffee shop up because we just advertise for them. If we had actual advertisers, we'd probably have to stop talking every once in a while because then we'd have to insert
We'd have to promote.
we'd have to insert an ad. You
Yeah.
know, we'd have to shut up for a second and then I'd have to edit an ad in.
Oh, I think impromptu ads would be more entertaining, though.
This is true.
Like
I
one of you have a thought and say, "Hey, don't forget to visit,"
I tried to
in
get
and out.
I tried
Yeah.
to get my cousin Georgianne down at Quantity Auto Sales to bring me a car part. I said, "We'll talk about your car parts." She
Mhm.
hasn't brought me a car part.
Hmm.
I don't think she trusts my poetry of
You
car
could carry
parts.
it over to. We could get Country Cottage to bring us burgers and fries.
Oh,
you could really
oh.
enhance it.
Oh.
Yeah. You know,
But then if you eat while you're talking,
it's kind of difficult. You know, we need to have a winery
you
Sponsor
can't even
us.
say it.
a winery sponsor
What do we-
us. You know, yeah, we got this nice year. So I want to read this one.
Okay.
Reporting party went to get changed to finish his laundry. While he was gone, someone stole half of his laundry. You know, I imagine the other half was not worth stealing.
That's what I was wondering, which half?
Yeah.
Right,
Did
right.
They probably left the underwear and socks. Took the jeans and the shirts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Right.
I like this one from Friday, August 25th, at 1611. Name redacted or name redacted possibly stole iPad at Homeland in Pryor from the Frito-Lay chip restocking lady.
Of all people to steal from, the chip restocking lady.
Right, taking
That's-
her iPad.
That's disrespectful.
Okay, I had to have a limerick about it too.
Okay.
There once was a Frito-Lay lady stocking bags like on any old Friday when her iPad was kept while she tended to chips. Now she really needs a good payday.
I like the lay lady.
There's
lay
a-
lady.
Yeah, Frito-Lay lady.
She wasn't professional, she was a lay
Yeah.
lady.
Lay lady.
There's
Frito
people
Lay
tuning
Lady.
in going, I thought you said it was a
Isn't that a Mac
podcast."
Davis song? Lay lady lay.
Lay, lady, lay.
Across my big brass book.
I'll
What
let
was
you.
the
Did.
song? What was the song you were talking about at the beginning about when Verla came in? I've already forgotten.
I've already forgotten. It's you know.
A country
I'm-
song.
Oh, the one about the put your bra on?
Oh, you know.
He
Yeah.
wasn't singing it to me.
You know, they said, Verla, put your headphones on, and I was thinking about a new song that my niece told me. It's called Brenda, put your bra on. There's trouble in the trailer hood. Brenda, get your bra on. You know, because I don't, you know.
It's good advice.
It's good advice, I suppose. You know.
Verla, you're good at keeping a straight face.
Yeah, she's a good. How do I say? A counter to our.
I crack up at my own
Lunacy.
jokes too much,
Yeah.
and then I just give Bill these
Well, I
looks.
Yeah.
laugh, but I sound like Snagglepuss
She gives me the-
or something. Remember Snagglepuss, the cartoon?
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh
am I
yeah.
showing how much older I am than you?
She gives me that look, and I go like this.
You know, when I start wheezing, then that's...
You're causing her asthma to act up. Stop it. How many of these are we going to read all of them?
I don't
Sean?
know.
Because do you notice we have a recurring? Again, we have a recurring incident.
What one's that?
906. I'm sorry. Just a minute. We have a recurring theme here. Anyway, let me find it. It's happening here
It
soon.
should recur.
It should
if it's
Okay.
recurring.
It's recurring.
Verla, maybe you know about
You go on.
this, and maybe you do too, Maria, because I didn't know what this one meant. But on September 15th, that can't be right. September 15th, that date's wrong. Maybe it was August 15th. Anyway, at 20:08, the reporting party would like to speak to LG officer about an incident that may happen in the city. Would not give dispatch any details.
Ooh, that's a premonition.
Yeah. Do y'all know of any incidents that happened in the city a few weeks ago? Other than the bale of hay being lost down on Main Street at the stoplight?
You obviously know what's going on here, and you're.
I don't know about that one.
You didn't see the remainders of the bale of hay down at
Oh,
Main and
I
Broadway?
saw hay stuff in front of the. Yes, I thought the homecoming queen had lost her balance and fell off the float or something. I don't
Our
know.
horses were getting ready to come through.
Right.
That's the town we live in.
Yeah.
It's,
It is the town we live in.
it's an exciting event when the
Yeah.
hay bell rolls off. and
I think it's funny
gets
they
up
want
the
to report
downtown.
something that might happen that hasn't happened.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
An incident that may happen in the
That
city.
sounds like a bomb threat to me.
I wrote a couplet about it. An incident will happen in the city next week. I have no details, but that's the word on the street.
Oh, word on the
Word on the
street.
street.
That's a Beretta.
The
reference.
words on the street,
Word on the
along
street.
with the bale of hay.
Mhm.
I think Tommy Ingram's responsible for that bale of hay. I'm putting it out there right now, Tommy. I know you don't listen to us, but somebody might and tell you about it.
Yeah. You stop losing your hay.
You
know.
he's a 12-year club, class of 80.
Oh,
My compadre.
compadre in
You
crime.
can come try and beat me up if he wants to.
Oh.
Or
Let's be sure and put that one on YouTube.
come on, Tommy.
Sunday.
If you'll notice, at 2:34, we have a recurring theme of neighbors killing cats again,
Oh my.
and must be stopped. You know, they were killing cats on our last
Yeah,
blotter.
that was months ago.
How many cats are
They're
they
still
going to
doing
get?
it.
You know,
They're
you
still
stop
doing
killing
it.
those dang cats. They got 9 lives anyway. You're not going to have any success.
Because I know there was the discussion, was they still killing the same cat or more cats?
Let me
you
look.
know?
It's cats are plural, so I think they've got a new batch of cats they're
Okay,
killing.
Okay.
Not good.
No.
You know, like on the neighborhood.
There's some statements in this police blotter too. I'm not quite sure what they're about. One of them just simply says the deputy will be at Salina for homecoming.
Is he signing autographs
I
or
don't know.
badges or
Is he
something?
the king?
the king, the king of the
Yeah.
police department.
Well, you know, giving the queen a ride on on top of the car with the lights.
There was another one that was similar to that one. It was about deputy will be out under a bridge in Langley.
This must be a popular deputy. I think it's code. I think
It's
that.
almost like
What is it?
people warning, you know, how people used to flash their lights. There was a cop behind
Yeah.
me, you know, slow down.
But why would you call the dispatcher and tell them
Oh,
that?
yeah, why, they would know that.
It's like I think it's like the jig is up. We see him. We're not going to speak.
Yeah, we know he's there.
Yeah.
The deputy's at the homecoming, and he's also under the bridge.
I want to ask Furlow's opinion about this entry.
Okay.
At 12 on Thursday, July 27th at 12:28, flock alert on Main Street in Locust Grove. Now you work on Main Street. What flocks have you seen?
Flock? Oh,
Sheep,
Yeah, that's
birds,
what I'm thinking.
birds.
Sheep? No.
Horses don't flock. I've seen dogs, but they don't flock.
We don't.
You know, I've not seen any.
I've seen. I don't think there's ever enough of anything to be a
To be
flock on
to be
Main
a-
Street
and-
on any given
and
day.
to be alerted by it, like
Yes.
you know, this flock is
Beware.
beware. We have a flock.
Avoid Main Street.
Flock of seagulls.
that would be, I would pay to see them
What's the
because I'm a
song?
big fan.
What's the
I ran
song?
so far away from the flock. Remember,
Oh,
I ran so far away. Right. Yeah. Thanks for that earworm.
Well, you know, several days I could call in and say that there is a deputy or at least an officer located at Romp Museum.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so they, you know, so
Yeah.
if you're coming westbound on 412, slow down.
Yeah.
He hides out. He's here at Romp, or not hides out. He parks
He doesn't
here.
hide here. He is
He's
very,
very
visible,
visible.
Well,
but
he's-
he's there.
Yeah,
He
and
needs to be there.
And
Yeah.
when I come into early for martial arts, he leaves. You know, he knows the jig is up. He's out. He's
I
gone.
figure he knows, okay, Bill's taking over.
Well, you know when
This area of town is covered.
because I I got it covered. I come and sit on the bench, start removing my clothing because I'm changing into my exercise gear, and he's like, "I'm out of
Always taking
here.
this one step too far.
I'm out of here." You know. Exactly.
This is another person, and we don't know male or female, but the subject was dancing and yelling in the street and making rude gestures, black sweatpants, no shirt, fanny pack.
Has Mick Jagger come in town? That's what I'm thinking.
Does Mick wear a fanny pack?
I bet he does now.
Yeah.
At least for his oxygen or something.
Fanny pack's what threw me on that one.
And that'd have to be a tight-fitting fanny pack. Have you seen Mick move with those little narrow hips? You know.
Fanny packs are big again.
Well, I know, but how do you put it on sweatpants? How do you put it over sweatpants?
I've seen people wearing fanny packs cross body, like not even around their waist.
That's why they didn't need a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mick has no fanny.
Maybe not.
L and R.
We're gonna have to start over.
I'm gonna leave my hearing aids in.
All right. And just scoot up closer to the mic there. Look what I brought.
I have that. I was looking at that this morning.
It's the 1976 Locust Grove Annual. Is that
Locust
correct?
Grove Yearbook Spirit of 76,
Spirit of 76.
Pirates.
The bicentennial jig.
Bicentennial.
Yeah, we're going to
I
start
remember
off by
76.
letting everybody know how old you are, Les, because you were senior.
I'm a 1958 model,
58.
so I just turned my 65th birthday and have my Medicare card in my pocket.
Here we go.
So, yeah,
Goals.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
that's
We
right.
had
Yeah.
another member of 76 on our last podcast.
That would have been Paul Flaherty.
Paul Flaherty, yeah. We already looked at your pictures. They're senior pictures.
I think Paul joined us in second grade. Was when he showed up.
Oh, he wasn't in the 12-year club yet.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking he came here second year,
Oh,
second
okay.
grade. But yeah, he was one of my oldest buddies. And I think if you count up pictures, there were 76 graduating seniors
Oh.
and 76.
Well,
So,
you know.
76 and 76. That's a song.
You had it going on.
Music Man.
yeah,
You had
if
it
you,
going on.
76 trombones.
Yes.
Let the big
We're
band.
gonna have to because Les is he is a singer.
Mhm.
We might have to sing Rocklahoma again.
Oklahoma again.
We got,
Can they take it?
I don't
Who
know.
else sang it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who are we following?
Verla sang it with us.
Oh, Verla did?
Yeah, but Les, we are going through the police blotter of the last few weeks.
Yes.
And then there was a whole series of entries about Rocklahoma.
Oh, my.
So we
Rocklahoma upset
decided
a lot of people.
we decided we had to write a song about Rocklahoma to the tune of Oklahoma.
To the tune of Oklahoma.
And here it is.
All right, I
Are
can
you
tell
ready?
right now.
What's going
that-
on?
I'm getting my click-it glasses.
Okay.
Hold on just a second.
There's a lot of equipment to do with
Yes.
this. Yeah.
He doesn't even have a party hat on, so.
Now,
There we go.
we need to preface this by saying Les Kern has joined us.
I think I said your name. I don't know.
Did you?
Who are you, Les?
Okay. Right.
Old Les Kern.
Les Kern.
There you go.
That's all you need to know.
Okay. All right.
He said he's from the class of 76.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
all right.
that's graduating class in
Apologies.
1976.
Yep.
Lived here all my life, about 2 blocks from here.
Wow. Yeah. I know you're next door to the house that I've been frequenting.
Yes.
Spraying paint on the wall.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna back Les up. I'm gonna.
1, 2, 3.
Oklahoma, where the beer goes sweeping down your hatch, and the waving hands of all the fans makes you wish they'd go and take a bath. Rocklahoma every night, bald men and I stand round and drink till we cannot think.
Making hazy plans upon the fly.
It would be.
I left out a syllable,
Yes,
Les.
you did.
I'm
Let's go
enjoying.
back
We
to-
need to-
I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, we need to go
Because
again.
I-
Yeah.
Let's-
We're too high.
Let's go
That's
back.
the-
Let's
yeah.
go back to every night.
Okay. Every night, bald man and I stand round and drink until we cannot think, making hazy plans upon the fly. We know we have all lost our hair, and the hair we once had was fair. But when we say yo, yo, hey,
Yow.
we're only saying you're going bald, Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma. ROCKLAHOMA, Rocklahoma, bald man. Oh my goodness!
All right.
Well,
I enjoyed that.
For the first go through, you know, I'm thinking. Yeah, the syllables are somewhat deceiving there.
Okay, and I wasn't making fun of the state of your follicle condition upon
Well.
your head, Les, because what we started out with on the police blotter was there were several entries about a bald man at Rocklahoma causing trouble.
I really do not miss hair at all.
I've always thought there are worse things to lose, like your mind.
That's right.
So
Of course, I still have been bald for, I don't know, 30 years. But I still carry a comb. I just can't part with it.
Where's our?
Do we have? Yeah, do we have a room?
Oh no, I got
Okay.
4 things for
Oh,
you,
okay.
so it won't
All right.
work.
Yeah,
Well,
but
do
it's
this.
Okay.
Oh, that
Don't even
makes-
make a noise.
Sean, you need some help.
This is. There we go. That was worse than the Rocklahoma song. So.
Listen, he comes on here and immediately starts criticizing us.
Oh no, no. I like it.
There's only a true critic.
It can only go up from here.
It's so hot in here.
Yes, it is.
I had to turn off the fan because it makes so much noise on
That's
the video.
That's not just me. Yeah, that feels good.
Okay, now Les, one of the reasons why we're asking you to come on here is because it's our 100th episode, and we're talking about the community, especially the people who appear in the blotter. And we also had somebody who asked us what the Goose Grab was, because we mentioned it in a previous podcast.
Yes.
Yes, and you know so much about the town history. So talk to us about the infamous Goose Grab of Locust Grove past.
Well, I remember many, lots of my childhood memories have to do with the Goose Grab. I can't remember the exact date that it stopped, but I do remember it did have something to do with the ASPCA deciding that we were violating,
ASPGA.
American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, whatever. So, but they, I remember it happening. They had a big truck with a big flatbed truck with maybe a big stock rack on top of it. They'd build a little platform on top of that, and the truck. My memories are just south of the bank, between the bank and the old fire station, that big empty parking lot area, kind of where Wonder City Coffee's drive-in was. That was the staging area of my memories.
Just kind of a block south of Main Street then.
Yeah, a block south of Main Street, right behind the bank. And there would be just various members of the community that would donate some money, and then some guys would volunteer to go around and pick up poultry from local farms. I remember going with Dad down Cavalier Road. Where are the guineas?
That is a refreshing. I've not had my Goose Grab in a long time. That's cool. Flying everywhere.
Well, I remember the poultry pickup.
Just a minute less. Okay, because there's some people who are just listening to this.
Yes.
They're not watching. We just got bombarded by a bunch of they're still coming in.
The geese are still flying in. Yeah.
By a bunch of geese from, I believe it is my sister's over there in the hallway.
That was the surprise that they had warned me about. Now that's over with. So,
Can
yeah.
I recite my poem? Can I interrupt and recite my poem and then leave?
Yes, you can hide behind the mystery guest. Come here. You gotta sit right here.
Yes, mystery
I have-
person.
oh, well,
She's
Come
not
and-
filming yet.
Okay.
Come.
Put your headphones
Yeah,
on.
I'm not going to look at. I don't know who this is.
So this would be like a
Sorry,
good time
Les.
for God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah.
WKRP.
Yeah, these did not fly very well,
They did not fly. Right.
And you'll just have to hold the microphone, mystery guest.
Okay.
I don't have a holder for you over there.
Okay.
Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I hear you
I would advance her audio.
Keep talking.
All right.
I'm not hearing you through my headphones. I can
I'm
hear
getting
you
ready.
over there.
Yeah, I can hear you through the headphones.
No. Here. Sorry. All right, say it into there.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're live now.
This is called Introduction to Poetry by Billy Collins. I ask them to take a poem and hold it up to the light like a color slide, or press an ear against its hide. I say, drop a mouse into a poem and watch him probe his way out, or walk inside the poem's room and fill the walls for a light switch. I want them to water ski across the surface of a poem, waving at the author's name on the shore. But all they want to do is tie the poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. They begin beating it with a hose to find out what it really means.
Yeah, Billy Collins. Thank you very much.
That was a wonderful mystery person.
There it was.
Mystery guest. Oh, we have another one.
Very
Just
very
crawl in
mysterious.
if you don't want to be on camera. Just crawl in.
Crawl in. Get down on the ground and slither in. That was fast. I didn't even. That was so fast. I didn't even see it. It was a blur.
First, I must apologize to Emily Dickinson.
Oh no, Emily T.
To make a goose grab.
Her headphones just fell off before she could even start. Hold that microphone up close to you.
To make a goose grab, it takes a goose and a truck. One goose and a trap. And reverie. The reverie alone will do. if grabbers are few.
Bravo.
Bye, have fun.
Thank you. Apologies to
Thank you, Mystery
Emily
Poet,
G.
Sister
Indeed. Oh, I'm overheated. Okay, all right. What are we gonna do with all these
So-
keys?
The Goose Grab is a.
All right, back to. All right.
Someone grab a goose and flap.
All right. So the Goose Grab.
Yes, the Goose Grab. I remember heading down to Cavalier Road with Dad to Dennis Kern, down to Vernie Moore, at her place right there across from Homer and Janie Fleming. They had a bunch of guineas, and so that was a good place.
Stupidest bird in the world, isn't it? A guinea.
And I remember the Goose Grab. It might be. Might make you think that there were more geese being thrown than anything else. I think there were more guineas thrown than there were geese, in my memory. A few turkeys, maybe a few ducks, but a lot of geese and a lot of guineas. And then Miss Moore's mom, Miss Webster, there on the corner, where we turned to go to McAdoily and East Steps, she had some geese. And then we went out east of town, almost to the county line, and there was a lady out there that had a. Of course, there weren't these big poultry farms then.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was
yeah.
just local farms that had some excess fowl. And we'd pick them up. And we stored them at Clifford Rucker's house,
Okay.
where I guess Terry Starling owns that place now.
Okay.
He had a big barn back there. That's where all the poultry that was going to be used in the Goose Grab was stored there until the big day. And then they were put in the truck, taken downtown. There was always a microphone involved. I mean, there was an MC for the event, announcing who'd caught what animal. Then there's always a greased pig at the end of the event, and that was the last thing that happened. They set a greased pig loose, and whoever caught it could take it home. So.
And see these
That was my question. If you caught the goose, was it yours to keep?
Oh yes, yeah, that was the whole point.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
this was a kind of a
They
Charles Dickensian thing for
Right.
So the local
Go get the
peasants
biggest
could
goose you could
enjoy
find on
a
Christmas Day.
Thanksgiving meal or a Christmas dinner.
Right.
Yes, you couldn't. That was the whole point of the Goose Grab. Yes,
Okay.
so you've got to get to take it home and kill it and eat it. Yes,
Butcher it and clean it, bake it.
That's right.
As your dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
And
was.
the pig was highly sought after, probably.
Otherwise, there might not be any. No meal for
Right.
for Christmas
I'll
or
be darned.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So it makes it even more interesting to me that
nothing for tiny Tim.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
God
my
bless us,
goodness.
everyone, and then throw a goose off. So that was.
So that no longer exists. That's
And the
it.
geese-
That's it.
That's a thing of the past, right?
It
It
was.
was.
And they didn't really fly away though. I mean, people could.
I
actually
wondered
catch
about
them,
that
right?
because they're capable of flight, but apparently not over great enough distances to escape the horde that was waiting on them.
All
So-
I know is if my goose was going to be cooked, I would have flapped my wings. Let me tell you.
Well, now occasionally you would see one just disappear off into the horizon, but usually they came to earth and someone grabbed them up. So yeah, it was.
You think this would be on video somewhere?
Oh, there would be huge crowds. I mean, it was a Founder's Day like
Right.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Right. Imagine it was quite loud.
Yeah.
The honking and the cacophony.
And there was smells, of course.
Smells. Yes. Imagine. Yes.
I've never actually heard of eating a guinea bird though.
A guinea?
Yeah, people eat those.
The only time that our family directly benefited, Greg caught a guinea,
Yeah.
and we took it up. Mom wouldn't clean it, but Grandpa Johnny
She's a
killed
smart woman.
it. Grandpa Johnny killed it, and it was just all dark meat. But we ate it. Yeah,
Did you?
we ate a guinea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These are loud birds, aren't they? They chatter
Yes.
and they're loud.
And loud and
Mhm.
stupid.
What do you
We've
got?
had guineas.
What do you got against guineas?
We've had them, and
Oh,
they're
you've had
just
'em.
ridiculous.
Okay.
They're- yeah. They
I've heard they're
can't-
good tick eaters. So,
Yes,
yeah.
that's one reason to have them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was that was one of the mainstay birds. Was of course Goose Grab rolls off the tongue better than Guinea Grab, so I guess that's why they went
Yeah.
Goose for the name of the
Well,
festival.
more people would want a goose than a guinea.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
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 But you can take what you can get.
Yeah.
If you weren't if you weren't a little bit hungry, you wouldn't have been at the Goose Grab at all.
Some hungry grabbers.
The peasantry needs to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna ask Les about one of the blotter items?
Yes, I am, because we're
yes.
talking about blotter entries. And there's one here that I'm confused about. It's from Friday, August 11th, 1941 is the time.
1941.
I'm sorry, the time. It's military time.
7:41 p.m.
Okay.
I was not alive in 1941.
Right. But this entry, I was reporting party. I'm sorry, that's not correct. It's the one. Sean, it's the one you and I were talking about with the swine. Which one is that?
Oh, yeah.
Here we are.
that was
Here
a
we
good
are.
one.
Reporting party at Southeast 583 Road, located a hog on his property. Appears to be deformed. No ears. Looks like no eyes. And a hole in his head. Unsure what to do with it. Negative contact with both game wardens. So, is that like the Goose Grab? Is that a hog toss? I mean, and I wonder,
Was it slathered in grease? I mean, that would be.
And I'm thinking, with no ears and no eyes, I'm wondering about the viability of the animal. I don't think it's living. I'm reducing.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, should you just not take it and toss it off the hill for the foxes
Right.
and feed some other critters?
Of course, 583. That sounds like Snake Creek Road.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
That kind
Oh my!
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
All kinds of nonsense
this
going on
is
out
about
there.
this. That's a true entry. That's
Wow.
a true entry. That happened. Correct.
I know that.
hog on
And-
property.
And as
no
I've told
ears,
as I've
no
told
eyes.
Sean, we're driving with these people on the road, and I fear for my safety. So, yeah.
And no contact with the game wardens. I mean, what would the game warden? Well, it could have been a feral hog, I guess.
And I do have a question for one of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's another entry. Brown dog by the gym being remodeled. I just wonder, I thought, Liz,
Liz Ellis wanted us to say that
Liz,
one.
do you remodel dogs? Because I thought, how do you remodel a dog and what's being done? So maybe she can, help advise us on.
This is a good one too. August 27th. Teenage boy riding bicycle in oncoming lane with backpack. Reporting party was concerned why he wasn't in school until she realized it was Sunday.
That you were no longer concerned.
She called 911 and the dispatcher.
It's like, okay, Gladys, that's enough. My goodness. Yeah.
The round hay bell made me get really poetic because lesson 1730, a round hay bell in roadway on Main and Broadway. You noticed it, didn't you? The remains of the hay bell down there right in front of the rummage store. And then also at 1926, that same day, round bell of hay on 69A near the water tower.
Water tower. Let me tell you something. Round bells roll. Unlike square bells, they don't move far. Round bells will move on you.
And they're fairly expensive. Looks like someone would want their round bale.
Yeah. Well, I thought of the William Carlos Williams poem. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. You can't hear me?
Is that William Carlos?
William Carlos Williams?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Here's my poem about the hay bell. So much depends upon a round bell of hay loose in the world beside the water tower.
Beside the one.
It's like a wild creature.
It's loose. It's
Loose.
out there.
It's
Loose.
very Carlos Williams.
It'll roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your favorite poet, Les?
Well, I'd probably have to go with the old Who's Your Poet, James Whitcomb Riley.
Oh, yeah.
That was some of the first poetry I ever had.
Yes.
Dad had a book. I think Sarah's got it now, but he'd been given a gift of the collected works of James Whitcomb Riley.
Mhm.
He would read them to us, the bear story and When the Frost is on the Pumpkin
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. So he's one of my favorites.
Very cool.
Yeah. Classic.
Poe, who doesn't like The Raven, love that.
Yep,
one.
yeah. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary.
Yep.
Here we go. Reporting party found a phone in water. Phone still works. When he went to Facebook, He saw a posting stating, "This will be my final post. If you found it, the act is already done.
Oh my.
Feline supplies close to where the phone was found." Feline.
Cat person. You know, did he overdose on Meow Mix?
I don't know, but why did he have to tell the whole world through
Well,
Facebook about that?
you know, cats are like that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to sit and respond.
I like this one too. Reporting party at Love's reports a gray Kia Soul with more kids in the car than there are seats.
Dang. You know, heck, as a kid, I used to ride behind behind the window in the back seat. You know, and that was the choice spot.
This is a curious incident too. Reporting party in rural Pryor reports he thought someone was breaking into his neighbor's house, so he went in. Later on, reporting party noticed he lost his keys inside, and now his neighbor refuses to return them. That's a novel right there, isn't it?
That's very
That's a 48 hours
ungrateful.
This one, I have one final poem. It's a haiku that I wrote about this call. 911 advised, female called stating husband has driven into high water near the end of Earbob Road. Water is rising. Actually, I didn't have to change anything because here it is. Husband drove into high water near Earbob Road. Water is rising.
Just writes itself.
It did. It just wrote itself. Am I losing? My horns. All right, now I am a unicorn. My party hat just came down.
Can I ask a question? How did Earbob Road get its name? Did someone lose an ear or get an ear mangled
No,
or
it had
cut
to
off?
do with Indian allotments, and the little patch of real estate where the mobile home park was, and the shoreline of the river was owned by. It was the allotment of a little lady named Takey Earbob,
I'll be darned.
and so that area took on. the
That's a name.
Earbob. Earbob
Takey
Road.
Earbob.
Takey Earbob. She was a Cherokee that was allotted 80 acres, and it was down there at the end of that road.
See, that's a lot of information. Well, what I mean is,
And I may have just made that up. No,
I would never have known.
No,
I have
no,
that's
that's
information.
the truth.
That's excellent.
We used to
yeah.
have an old book with all of northeast Oklahoma with the allotments and all
Right,
the
right.
all the names.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was
Cherokee name.
that's old Takey Earbob's place.
Take the Earbob and get out of here. Nice.
And as long
Nice.
as there's an Earbob Road, she'll always be
Yeah.
a part of
Yeah.
That's right.
our history there.
All right. Well, I think we've exhausted the blotter. I think we've celebrated. I'm
We've had
I'm
mystery
sweating.
guests, flying
Sweat's rolling
geese.
down my back.
You know, mystery guest
I'm a
flying
unicorn
geese.
now.
Because I've lost several pounds.
We've been. You know what? The goose didn't grab. We didn't grab the goose. The goose grabbed us this time.
Yeah.
We've been bombarded by geese.
You're right. That's serendipitous.
Yes.
We've been grabbed by geese.
Yes.
So this has been worthy of 100 episodes.
I think so.
100th episode.
I think so. You'll have to take one of those, Les, as a
I will.
memento.
My granddaughters will love that.
Take a goose.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on and explaining to us about the Goose Grab and then sharing your wisdom of the town.
Right. Right.
Yes.
it was a pleasure.
Yes.
I
and
We
enjoyed
need
it.
to do this.
thank you to Verla and to Roxanne
Right.
and Kelly.
Well, we don't know who that. No. We don't know who that
No,
was.
yes.
Oh,
Those are
mystery
people.
yes, sorry.
Mystery people.
Not
No,
Roxanne,
sorry.
not
We don't know who
Kelly.
that was.
I'll edit that out.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria, for
Yes.
filming us.
Yeah.
And
I even think Maria was kind of entertained. I heard some chuckling
I
behind
think
the
she was
camera back
cracking
there.
up over there, so that's good.
Yeah.
So,
And-
so we appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoy it.
And my right hearing aid battery alert just went off. So it's
Okay,
perfect, perfect timing.
Stop.
I'll be out of here soon anyway.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for joining us. If you're listening to us, regularly, that's fine. But you can also watch this video if you dare
Yeah.
on YouTube.
and get ready for episode 101.
Yeah. And it'll be on the Poetry Museum's YouTube channel, the Rural Oklahoma Museum of Poetry.
Yeah.
So thank you all.
Yeah.
Down to Dogahee.
Bye, guys.